the next, the process. Now we know who the coach is. Now we move on to the process. Now to do this, we have a person whom you have to thank. If you are not an early riser, if you are a late riser like me, who loves to, sleep on till 11 or 12 in the morning, on a Friday especially, you have this person to thank, because she convinced DTM Rania to keep this training at 10 o'clock because she gets up late. So, and I was the most happy person. So to do this, the next session we have DTM Raja, who's a senior analyst, an IT analyst with over 10 years of experience. She joined Toastmasters in 2017, and this very short period, she got her DTM title as well. Last year, she took over the role of the area director for one of the biggest areas in Division H. She's taken multiple support roles of coach, club, mentor, coaches, club officer roles, and has been the immediate past president of Abu Dhabi ICA Club. And she took that club to a perfect distinguished President's Distinguished Club with the perfect 10 DCP points. So we know she knows how to work the magic. So without further ado, please put your hands together to welcome DTM Raja Jabir. Over to you, DTM Raja.
Hello, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, Raja.
Okay, perfect. Let me share my screen. Okay, I need to have the permission to share my screen. Can the host please enable that?
Can I do that now?
Yeah. Okay. Tell me when you're able to see my screen, please, Sharon. Okay, perfect. Good morning, everyone. I know it's a Friday. I know sometimes we have certain plans to do and we just wanna unwind from a very busy week. However, today we are all here for a very noble and very amazing opportunity. Me and the team here are celebrating all the coaches we have appointed so far today. And this training is an opportunity for us to hold hands together and give you the techniques that will help you achieve all your objectives and goals. An amazing term ahead, and I'm so confident of that. So I would like to welcome the coaches as well as the officers of the club. Good morning. So now we had a session with the DTM Jamil about what is a coach, what are the elements of a coach, and what is it expected from a coach. So if you're interested, then let's go further. The coaching process starts from the point before even appointing the coach. To be a coach is a very noble role, because you're not just achieving and thinking of yourself and your enhancement in Toastmasters and your personal growth. However, you're helping others grow as well. Can you imagine how many members in a club will benefit and will grow and improve after a coaching experience? I can personally vouch for that because I have been in both sides of the spectrum. I was a coach myself, and as well, I helped appoint coaches, which makes me so proud of that. So the first point is for the club that is struggling to meet with potential coaches and see if they have that kind of chemistry, if they have that kind of alignment, if they understand one another and they feel comfortable working together. Then When that is established, a form is filled and it's sent to the club growth director of the district to help with the appointment process. Forms are filled, coaches are appointed. Let's go further. So a coaching process has certain elements that we are going to tap on today. There should be an agreement and established ground rules for this relationship between the coach and the club. There have to be certain specific desired outcome that will come and will be achieved after the coach term. There has to be connection. There has to always be an engagement and connection between the coach and the club and its members. However, there has to always be a status check where you have to monitor, verify, validate what we have achieved so far. Goals have to be smart, and we are going to identify what is a smart goal. And to do that, you should have an action plan. Because a desire and a goal without a plan is just a dream. We will also understand the importance of recognizing the achievement we have achieved so far and celebrating it. So let's start. Having an agreement and an established ground rules is very important. Think of it as a contract. We have an employment contract, or we have a contract in any established transaction between any entities. And the contracts are very important because it sets the expectation and the outcome and the procedures that will be followed to achieve that outcome. So think of coaching in a similar manner. It's not a binding, official, set on stone, signed contract. However, there should be certain ground rules that we are following. A club should clearly specify to the coach what they are expecting from him or her, and a coach should also set the same, because a coach by himself can achieve nothing if the support is not given from the club and its members. Members are our key asset, so take this opportunity of the coaching experience and process to actually build them, help them grow. And when they see that you are truly invested in them, they will help you achieve your DCP goals. Because mainly all our DCP goals are set on stones, are the educational goals. So if a member is not invested in taking projects and doing their role and their part, you will not be able to achieve it alone. There has to be ethics and standard of behavior. There has to always be mutual respect from both parties. Coaching is a volunteer role. No one is forced to coach, and no club is forced to appoint a coach. So the least that we can do is to respect one another, is to have and conduct ourselves in an ethical and an agreeable, decent standard. Communication channel. We have to agree on how are we going to communicate. Is the coach going to be directly communicating with the president and the president cascading the message to the members and the ExCom? Or is the president going to align the coach with the VP education to set the stones and the milestones and agree on the goals to be achieved and how to achieve it? So there has to be a communication channel. Is it going to be by phone? Is it going to be formal by email? Are we going to have a WhatsApp group? And one thing that we can do that is really beneficial is for a club to have a WhatsApp group and to add the coach to that WhatsApp group. By that, the coach feels he's a member of the club family, and he can be directly involved in the communication, share the points, answer any clarification on the spots. Frequent visits and meetings. One thing that we would not like to see is for a coach only meeting once or twice or maybe even once every quarter. No. To be an effective coach, you have to understand the struggles of the club. You have to be part of their daily affairs. So have more frequent visits. Oh, it would be beautiful if you can attend every meeting. And after every meeting, maybe you can sit with the ExCom, set the things that went very good in the meeting and what are the rooms of improvement. Confidentiality and sharing of information. There has to be a mutual trust between the coach and the club members. And here it comes, based on the type of information that to be shared and the type of information that's not. Completion or termination. The coach role is completed after 2 terms, including the terms the coach was appointed in. However, the coach will be successfully awarding the credit for a coach role only after the club is able to achieve distinguished DCP points and meet the minimum number of members as well. It also has to be said that termination can be done from both parties. A club can terminate a coach, and a coach can request to terminate the role. The desired outcome. We've mentioned that we have to have a clear, set on stone desired outcome. What is it that we want to achieve from this coaching experience? Why do we want to have a coach in the first place in terms of a club? And from a coach perspective, what is it that needs to be achieved for the coach to be effective and successful? The desired outcome are mainly focused into the membership growth, because we all know that for a club to be eligible to have a coach, they should have 12 or less number of members. So it's not a hidden secret that membership is a struggle to that club. So one important outcome is to achieve a membership growth of 20 plus, and now we're talking about the 30 is the new 20. So that would be one of the most important stones for a club to be healthy, for a club to sustain itself even after the coaching experience. And club DCP achievements. Clubs need to achieve educational goals. If members are not achieving their educational goals, they are not adding to themselves. What will make a member interested to continue if he or she are not growing? So DCP points, we're not only talking about educational points, they have to be encouraged to attend all the officers, club officers training, and so forth. Making the club connection. As a coach, by attending the meetings regularly, you will be able to identify the club dynamics. What makes this club what it is? Every club is unique in the district. Every club has its own strength points and rooms of improvement. So what makes this club unique? Is it the culture? It's the type of its members and so forth. So as a coach, you should understand the club dynamics and adapt to it. Develop a personal rapport with the members. Let the members feel you are part of them. You have their main interest in mind. And that, by default, will allow you to gain their trust and respect, because you will be giving it in return. Use the club coaching troubleshooting guide. This is one of the troubleshooting guides that can help you identify what are the challenges, how you can overcome them, and going forward in the training session, you will be having a lot of resources that can help you in that as well. Status check. We said it's very important to have a point of validation and verification of what we are achieving. In any project you take in life, you should always have a set milestones that you can go back to and validate how you are achieving your goals. How are you going through in your plan? Are you going in time? Are you achieving what you were expected to achieve by this date or not? What can be done to change that? And how can you adapt further? Attending at least 2 meetings continuously before arriving at a solution. Here I encourage you to attend not only 2 meetings, attend as many meetings as you can, and it would be very good if you can attend all meetings as well. Observe. Observing and listening and being attentive to the club needs and its members is very important. Meet the key stakeholders and get their feedbacks. Every club has certain key stakeholders. These are probably the senior members of the club who has been through its journey, through the good and through the bad. And it's very important to sit with them, understand from them what are the challenges, what happened through the past, know the history of the club. This will help you gain enough knowledge that you can build your plan and understand how you can tweak it to meet the specific need of the club you are coaching. Very, very important to have moment of truth. Moment of truth is a very important tool to help you go further. It will help you understand, as what we said, the challenges the club had, the way members perceive the clubs, what do the members really want from the club in return. And facilitate discussions of strengths and challenges. One of the very lovely tools is the SWOT analysis, and it's applicable to everything in life. Divide it into strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And this will help you shape your plan and help you identify where is the club lacking and how we can hold the club hand to grow further. We set goals, and we said having a plan is very important, but not any goal. Your goals and your action plans have to be smart, specific. You should know exactly what you want to achieve out of this coaching experience and what the club is the desired outcome as well. It has to be measurable. Unless you can measure it, you cannot know if you're going into the right track or not. You will not know how much percentage have you achieved from your target so far. Achievable. It shouldn't be just a desire and aspiration. It has to be something that you can achieve. Realistic, given the time frame you have, given the current situation of the club, you have to be realistic in setting your goals. And time bound. It's very important with every plan to have specific dates. When do you want to achieve this target? And this will help you to measure, as we said, the success factor. So let me give you an example. And I would like you to send your answers in the chat. Do you think this goal is smart? Does it meet the SMART elements? We will work hard to get as many members as we can. Is this smart? If not, how can we make it smarter? You can send your answers in the chat, please. Smart? Yes? No? Smart? Not smart? Great. So going forward, this goal you can easily make it smart by adding the elements we said. For example, we will run 2 membership campaigns in December and February. Here you are very specific. How many campaigns you need to run and when are you going to do that? How many guests are you going to invite in your campaign? Having 50 guests, let's say. And how many guests are you converting into members, let's say by 31st of December? And how many members you want to add more. So here you specified how many campaigns you want to run. What is the desirable and measurable outcome? How many members are you going to convert? And it's time bound. When are you going to conduct that? And by when are you going to convert the members? Finally, you have to always recognize and celebrate your achievements. Remember to celebrate milestones as you prepare for the road ahead. Your journey is not ending here. We still have a lot of achievements to achieve, and I'm so confident that you, as a coach, and the club will achieve greater highs. And I'm so confident of that. Let's meet in the end of the term. And remember to be positive and to celebrate your achievements as you go ahead. Back to you, Sharon.
Thank you so much, DTM Raja. Now we have before we move on to the next segment, which was the solutions and resources, we have a small changes. Okay.